Hi guys, Paul Cummins here from SeaChange with a quick overview on tips to help you lead your organizations effectively during the current COVID-19 crisis. Um, some organizations I think will prevail as the COVID-19 crisis unfolds. Most organizations will find it very challenging, and I think the actions and the behaviors of leaders right now and their teams will really determine how companies fare in the long months ahead. According to the Harvard Business Review, who've done copious amounts of research on leading in a crisis, they have reported that oftentimes businesses and leaders often underlead and overmanage in a crisis, which can cause issues in terms of sustainability going forward. So I think the question for us now is to really think about how can we avoid underleading during the current COVID-19 pandemic. And on that note, SeaChange has outlined and overviewed in order to support you in terms of your business continuity, 5 tips to help you effectively lead your team during the COVID-19 crisis. So the first step really is to take a broad view. During times of crisis, it's very natural for human beings to take a narrow view when threat is affecting us. But as effective leaders, we have to be able to take a broad view. We have to be able to weigh up the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats throughout the longer arc of the current crisis and the emergency, so that we do ensure that we have sustainable outcomes over time. So from a leadership point of view, it's very important that you step back, that you basically create a business continuity plan that works across all pillars of your organization. What this will do is it will help protect and support your management team to deal with the day-to-day issues that will be obviously affecting business right now. But your ability to step back and create that business continuity plan will provide the accurate guidance and support to help manage the crisis over time. Secondly, focus on leading and not managing. Again, this is really what the Harvard Business Review has researched and found, that often organizations underlead and overmanage. From a leadership point of view, it's really important that you provide that strategic business continuity roadmap to protect and support your management team. This will help them on a day-to-day basis. I know it's very difficult, but as a leader, resist the urge to jump in and firefight. Okay, create the longer term view so that your business and the management of day-to-day crisis and issues can be supported. So remember, lead, don't manage. Thirdly, acknowledge that you cannot control everything. Every organization will be impacted by the macro drivers stemming from a global crisis, and this will naturally bring about uncertainty and change. In this instance, leaders and organizations must be fluid, adaptable and agile in their response. Leaders can facilitate this, not by trying to control everything, but by establishing order, not by jumping in and trying to do everything yourself, but by ensuring that people understand what is expected of them. Remember, you cannot control everything in time of a crisis, but you can be adaptable, provide order, be supportive, and ensure your business is agile to get through the longer arc of the crisis. Fourthly, your people are your most important resource. Their response to the COVID-19 pandemic, including their cooperation with adopting new behaviours to help prevent the spread and impact of the virus, and their ability to continue to work, especially those on the front line, are all absolutely critical to business continuity. So support your people, communicate with them, and lead them in a reassuring way, and we will all come out of this in a safe and strong manner. And finally, at this current time, it's very, very important that we foster staff morale and well-being. In times of a crisis, there's many things that leaders cannot control, but there are always some that we must and should control. Right now, your people will be feeling very anxious. They'll be worried about their friends and family, and they'll be feeling quite uncertain about the future. As leaders, it's important that we can keep the communication lines open. We can use remote applications to do so. Extremely importantly, we must communicate and help our people understand why certain decisions must be made and include them in that process. Be authentic and be real. So remember, effective leadership during a crisis is absolutely critical to ensuring business continuity in the longer arc and into the future. Thank you for listening. I'm Paul Cummins, and you're safe with SeaChange.